Guys, we are in the move again, and it's 6:34 a.m. and I'm leaving home. That's my village, my home. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on the time that you're gonna watch this video. How are you all doing, man? Merry Christmas month to you all. It's no time to rest, man. Work. Guys, I'm rushing. I'm going to Nairobi, and I'm supposed to be there by 9. I don't know how I'm gonna perform that magic, man. But another day, another blessing. Hope you're doing fine. Guys, I'm going this way. And I'm going with my Crocs. No shoes. Hope like you're doing fine. Guys, I want to say a big thank you for always supporting me, for always watching my videos. I'm going to Nairobi for a very super duper interview. I'll vlog with one of the personnel. Guys, this is the native grass. And my Buddha guy is here. So I'm gonna hop on this one. So guys, let's go. Hope you enjoy the video. Please remember to subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about that video, man. There's no time to rest, just work after work. So hi guys, I am still here, and I got to Nairobi safe, and I'm headed to go and meet my guest of the day. Man, and actually I'm late. I got here at Nairobi in some it was around, I didn't even check the time. I'm sorry guys, I didn't check the time, but it took me about 2.5 hours for me to get here. But there are some things that I needed to do. I needed to upload a video so that I can have enough space. I don't want to lose my files again, man, guys. I taught myself and I learned to do the hard way. I don't want to lose my files again, so I had to offload my gadgets so that I can have enough space for shooting. So right now we are safe, and I'm headed there, and I hope like we're gonna have an amazing day. Guys, today the video is gonna be something else. It's gonna be a very informative video. As much as we're entertaining, it's gonna be still an informative video. I hope like you love the video. Please subscribe, comment if you haven't commented, and in case you haven't even shared the video, please share the video. Show your boy some love, man, please. I will appreciate. Alright guys, see you when I get there. Guys, we just alighted, and this is the situation, traffic. Guys, because of being late, I had to take a motorbike, and because a motorbike is very quick and fast as usual. Now this is Nairobi. As you can see, the situation is at hand now. The traffic is everything here. This is Nairobi, and I'm rushing up here. Hi guys, I am here, and I got where I was going, and I have a few questions. Imagine one day you're in your house, and then maybe your body tells you something else. Maybe your body will tell you, I don't feel like going out, I don't feel like sleeping, I don't feel like eating anything. Then you go to a hospital for proper checkup, and maybe a or maybe you just go to the hospital, maybe the doctor will just give you some few checks here and there, but maybe the body would love to go for deeper checks. Then out of it, you realize like the doctor is telling you your kidney has some issues. Now that tells you like you have to start a new journey. Now imagine the process of you now trying to look for a new something that give you and donate for your kidney, or maybe a person who can be of your match to your kidney. I am not a health practitioner. I don't know much about health. I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just a blogger. I'm just a traveler. I'm just a boy who is trying to find out how sometimes we take life not serious, or how sometimes we take life for granted for the nutrients that we get, that our bodies are healthy. Now, I am in Nairobi, and I'm in one of the biggest buildings in Kenya, Nairobi City that is, and I am in one of the health facilities that has been giving people dialysis for the last 1 year for free. Imagine. You are seated on your bed, you are dialyzing, maybe your kidney has some issues, and then out of nowhere, a good Samaritan comes and tells you, out of your kidney problems, we can give you this service for free for 1 year. How good is that? Now, today I'm not alone. I'll be having one of my best friends. She's a nurse by profession. She's going to be taking me through her journey, her daily routine as a nurse. We shall know a lot about the hospital, and also get to know more about her, and also get to know what is the dialysis, where does it come from. Guys, I hope today's video is going to be more of informative video, entertainment, but I hope you're going to learn something. And behind the camera is the woman herself. No, my cat.
So hi guys, my name is Erick, but as you all know, I go by the name Zippy the nurse on YouTube. Today I'm here. This is where I work, and I'm happy to have met the famous great MAWIRA. So today he decided to come and visit me at work, and I think as you can see, this is Advanced Care Medical Center, whereby we deal with patients who have kidney issues. A kidney is supposed to be the one that assists our bodies to sieve out or excrete waste products from our body. For example, if you take a lot of water, or if you take water, it's excreted through like urine, but through our kidneys. So that is what we've been offering, the kind of success we've been offering here. And like MAWIRA has mentioned, we've been dialyzing for the last, I think, about 1 year without charging our patients. So I think karibuni, you're welcome, so that at least you can see what happens there. So,
okay guys, karibuni means welcome.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome, and right. Stay with us. We are going to teach you more. Not teaching us per se, but you learn more today.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
So guys, let's go and see how it looks like. I've never been to a hospital that deals with kidney problem. First time here. And this is the hospital. So guys, this is the hospital. It's called Advanced Care Diagnostic and Renal Dialysis Medical Center. Okay. So guys, when you come, that's it. And here we have the reception. Are you multitasking?
Hi, I'm not multitasking. I was waiting for you.
All right.
Because of course I had to let you in.
All right.
And then when you're recording or when you're filming, you have to seek consent from. Because you just don't start recording people. So I had to seek consent from the management and the patients themselves.
Yeah, sure.
So karibu, like we said, karibu means
welcome.
So this is our reception.
Okay.
I think I can take you around before I get to my patient.
No problem. Guys, still have the sanitizer is still in function. You haven't. Guys.
Sanitize.
I'm sanitizing myself, Corona is still. I don't know if it's still available, it's just gone. And it's
still there, it's still there. Wow. Even if it's not for Corona, but also it's important to
sanitize. It's something else. It's getting into my body.
It's a nice one.
Can I?
Yeah, please. You can. Yes. So
guys, welcome to Advanced Care Diagnostic and Renal Dialysis here. Today's video is going to be something else. It's going to be more of information, more of learning, more of knowing how you should go about your body in case maybe you shall have maybe some weird feelings or behavior on your body. Because if your kidney doesn't work, it means that your whole system will shut down anytime. Alright guys, so let's see. That's my friend here. She's gonna take me around and we're gonna have an amazing time. Okay, before even we go, why the Crocs? Why Crocs?
You see, like now me, I'm in Crocs, right? Okay. Crocs are easy to put on, but at the same time, you don't want to, like you can see here, we've arranged some shoes. These are the ones that you get into the dialysis unit. This is the dialysis unit. Okay. This is the entrance to the, you see it's a restricted area.
Yeah, restricted area.
It's a restricted area, so anybody who is coming from outside, like from the reception, you have to change your clothes.
Everything.
You're getting inside because of the infection. Like you don't want to introduce infections from the outside to the inside. So you come, the relatives wait here, and if the patient is always getting inside, you have to change your shoes. Like you remove your home shoes and you put on the Crocs. These ones are normally arranged here so that you just come and pick and then you go inside. So it minimizes the spread of infection. Like you see, you can't just walk with your shoes from outside, then you bump into them.
Yeah, I get it.
So this is where we keep the shoes.
And are they like kind of disinfected?
Sterilized, yeah.
Alright.
Not sterilized as possible, but they're disinfected.
Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you for that clarification at least.
So you see, they've even marked for you very nicely. Can you change your shoes here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So we have several rooms here, but I think we can start from the far end.
Okay, no problem.
We have an isolation room.
Okay.
An isolation, when patients are dialyzing, there is a way you need maybe to separate the machines that we use for dialysis. Okay. So there are times you find like a certain patient cannot use a particular machine. So there is a room that is set aside for those kind of patients. Because of privacy, I wouldn't want to mention what kind of things that we're talking about. Okay. But isolation means you're just being set aside so that you can dialyze maybe by yourself. Because of in nursing, we normally say there is a reverse barrier nursing and stuff. Like maybe your immunity is too low that you don't want to mix with other patients, or maybe you have a condition that can infect or that can be transmissible to other patients. So you are isolated here. We have two isolations. Okay. There is one here. One. The other one is
that is
single room 2.
Okay.
But still it serves as an isolation room. Okay. Then this is where we keep this is a refrigeration room.
Yeah, guys, there.
Like all the, it's kinda sort of a cold room. Okay. You know, our machines in hospitals most of the times they need to be because of the heat that they normally emit. You want them to stay under low temperatures. Okay. So that is what we call a cold room. In short, they just call it a refrigeration room, but in the real sense, it's a cold room. It's a cold room. Yes. Okay. On to the far end, there is a changing room for the staffs. Okay. When you have a hospital, of course, you have to mind the people who are working with you. Okay. So there is a changing room here. Okay. That is wearing this. You can see. Yeah. Because we need to conserve lights, you have to switch it off. Sure. Like clothes. And then this is a medical store. Like you know what is a store, of course. Yeah. Then we have an extra bed just in case. We have an influx of patients. These are the extra dustbins that we have in the hospital. And then, of course, this is a wheelchair in case a patient needs to be facilitated to be transported somewhere else. Okay. Then to my right side, of course, when you have a hospital, like you're using equipment and everything, you have to have a fire extinguisher. Sure, because and every staff emergencies. Every staff is well oriented where this is in case there's a fire outbreak, we know what to do. So I think everybody around here knows it. Then this is called a reverse osmosis system. A reverse osmosis system means because a dialysis machine uses water, like in the real sense of water, when they are cleaning. You know, dialyzing means cleaning our body, and you clean it using an artificial kidney that has been made by human beings. So everything is like we are creating a kidney for you, and then we clean it, like we clean your blood with it. It has to use water. So in here we have a machine that purifies water that is needed during your dialysis session.
Sorry to cut you short.
Guys, I don't want to lie to you. Some of the things that she's mentioning, they're getting to my heart, and I'm trying to imagine now an artificial kidney that is being used to clean your other normal working kidney, and is being with the help of water, man. It makes me think of what I've been eating. Actually,
I will show you that artificial kidney.
I have started to think
like.
of what I've been eating and to think about my life.
Of course, I'll show you how it looks like. At the end of the day, before you leave here, because you decided to join me, you will see how it looks like.
But I'm scared.
No, don't get scared. Like I was saying, this is a reverse osmosis system, just like the way the word itself means, reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
Dialysis uses some mechanism of reverse osmosis, counter current, diffusion, osmosis, and all that. So those people who have done renal think they will understand when they say this is a room for purifying water that will be used. At the end of the day, there are some pipes that are used, and then they run over to the dialysis room. I'll show you later. Then, like you can see, it's well labeled. It's a phlebotomy. Phlebotomy means, like, in simple terms, for those people who will not understand what I'm saying by using a bigger word, phlebotomy, it's like an injection room. When you're doing dialysis, you have to have an access. Like me right now, they can't access my blood because blood has to be taken from the body to a machine for it to be cleaned. So you have to have an access. How do I get that blood from you? I have to put a certain injection, a bigger needle,
to get in your
body
veins,
to get to your blood, and then put it in a machine, run it for about 4 hours in a cycle,
and bring it back to my body.
It gets clean as it gets back to the body. So for us to get that access, we use this room. So this room is designed, the phlebotomy room is designed for that. We normally call them either, you can have a fistula, that is the AVF fistula, or you can have a dialysis catheter. So this is where we do that procedure. It's normally done by doctors. I am a nurse. It's normally done by doctors. You can have a professor do the same, but most probably, but of course through the assistance of a nurse. So that is what we do. Then of course we have a consultation room, room number 1, and another room over there.
The observation room?
Yeah, basically, when you're dialyzing, your body becomes a bit weak. So at times the patient comes and tells you, my chest is so congested, because maybe they have an influx of water in their body, they need to be seen by a doctor. So we normally have a standby clinician around, so this is where he stays. Or at times you find him in the dialysis unit, like in the room itself. So you find him most of the times here. We have 2 consultation rooms, consultation room 1 and room 2. So this is room 2. Basically, it's all about consultations. If the patient is not feeling well, they get their consultation from in here.
Wow.
Yeah, I hope so far so good.
So far so good. And
Guys, I hope and today's vlog is kind of different. It's not the one that you used, me shouting over and over. There's more of learning and listening and taking the notes. And by the end of this video, I'm sure we're gonna learn something about our diet, because I believe kidney issues start with our diet, right?
Yeah. That is one contributing factor. It's one of the causes of our kidneys to shut.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we're gonna learn the difference between a nurse and a doctor. She's gonna tell us that later. And then we're gonna get a little bit with herself. She's gonna tell us
why, out of all the careers, she chose to be a nurse.
Still here to learn more.
All right.
So like we were saying, this is consultation room 1. As we were talking, you saw a doctor coming out of that room. So that tells you we are well equipped.
Active.
Yeah,
Very
we are
active.
well equipped unit. Then in case, it's most of the times when patients dialyze, or like when they go through that session of dialysis, because like we will talk about it when we get inside, it takes about 4 hours, but depending on the doctor's prescription, at times you find a patient has been told to do for 4 hours, 2 hours, but most of them do 4 hours, a session of 4 hours. So when they finish, during the end of the dialysis, you find that the BPs have gone too high, they've gone too low, as in they're just some minor complications. So you bring them here, like an observation room, to give them time for their body to recover temporarily as you observe them. That's why we call it an observation room.
Yes, that's your observation
So you observe some patients, like a patient, if there is a minor complication, of course if it's a major complication, we refer them to one of the largest like referral hospitals that we have around here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for privacy, this is pharmacy area, and then we have a lab as well, but we don't want to go inside because there's somebody there unless we seek consent for their approval. So maybe you can just hold on a bit.
So guys, we are able to ask for consent from the
This
Pharmacist.
is pharmacy, yeah,
That
this
was
is
a
our
pharmacist.
department.
Okay.
But you know, there are some people who don't like appearing in cameras. So to seek consent, if someone is not comfortable, you let them. So this is our pharmacy. In case our patients feel like maybe like such complications, you know, we get them medications from here. We are a well-equipped, what is it called, facility. So guys, if you feel like you want to send your relatives, or maybe if you're not feeling well, you can come in and you're much welcome.
We're gonna
Like you've seen.
Emergency.
Yeah. All over. Then this is our lab.
Okay.
A lab in a dialysis center is very crucial because you normally find there's some things we call the urea, creatinine, and electrolytes. They keep on like going up and down, like there is that fluctuation. So we need our lab, which is a well-equipped lab, so that anytime a patient feels like maybe there are some changes in the body, we just send them to our lab. We don't need to refer them to a far end, and then like everything is just within one, like all under one umbrella. So I think now we can go inside the dialysis unit, whereby you will find me now, like I have to go in the back.
Even before you go, please kindly remind people your name and also tell them where we are at the moment. You know, there are some people watching this video on the premiere.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Okay, guys, welcome back to I am MAWIRA.
Only MAWIRA. You used to call him Marwa.
I don't know why I keep on confusing. So this is I am MAWIRA's YouTube channel.
Only.
Thank you. Only MAWIRA's YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I go by the name CP or
Dinas.
CP on YouTube.
Okay.
Kindly feel free to watch this video, comment down below and tell us where we went that you felt like that was not right. And please don't forget to subscribe as well.
Welcome to your facility.
And welcome to our facility.
Which is
Advanced Care and Renal Diagnostic Center
located
in Nairobi. Situated at A&E building, A&E Plaza at Valley Road, along Valley Road.
5th floor.
Yeah, it's 5th.
Alright. So guys, you can see I was given some Crocs here to put on, and I have got very big feet, so I have to put my shoes on. Okay. So guys, we are about to get into the dialysis room, and we're gonna be seeing whatever happens inside there. And my friend, she's waiting for me, so let's go.
So welcome.
Okay.
This is our room.
Okay.
As you can see, it has we have 11 machines.
Okay.
11 machines means we have 11 dialysis machines. But before I introduce you to the unit, I think I'll have to introduce you to the unit manager.
Okay.
The unit manager is here.
Okay.
This is Erick.
Asante.
And
Erick.
Yes.
I'm also Erick actually. Guys, Erick meets Erick. Erick meets Erick.
yeah, pleasure. Karibu.
Asante sana. Thank you guys
Our
for.
unit, Karibu to Advanced Care.
All right.
Yes, it's a dialysis center.
All right.
Right.
So, if for the benefit of the viewers, why major the dialysis? Like why?
Dialysis mainly. Dialysis, what happens here, it's called dialysis for the layman's language, but normally it is called renal replacement therapy, which means whatever the kidney is supposed to do and it's not doing well, then that is when dialysis comes in.
Okay.
So when you're not making urine, you're not able to remove urine and waste product from your body, that is when dialysis comes in and helps to do.
Okay, and what causes like this process now? What's the root cause of this? Because now it's a problem. What is the root cause?
There are a lot of causes, but mainly there are few which I can mention, like people who have uncontrolled hypertension and also uncontrolled diabetes. Eventually, it gets to affect your kidney, and you have what we call kidney failure, and your kidney ends up not doing its work as it's supposed to do, and hence you end up having to do dialysis, mostly for the rest of your life, or if you can afford to do a transplant, then in a transplant situation, then that is the ultimate treatment. But if transplant is not able to be done, then dialysis takes care of that for the foreseeable future.
Okay, maybe you can give us at least a genesis of this hospital.
Advanced care started 1 year ago.
Okay.
Advanced care started 1 year ago. This is around June, July. We started with free dialysis.
Wow.
Because we realized there's a lot of people suffering, but suffering in silence. And dialysis itself, it's a very expensive procedure. If you look it on the bigger picture, it is a very expensive treatment. So we decided to start with free dialysis for people who could not afford or who are not able to cover themselves through NHIF. We've been doing dialysis for the past 1 year until recently, that's when we started using NHIF when we got accredited. So until around August, around October, we were doing a free dialysis for any walking patient.
Wow. So like obviously this facility is set up in one of the biggest buildings here in Nairobi. So how are you able to manage the bills, and maybe you're not making anything from, because you also have some assistants, the doctors, the nurses, how are you able to foot off the bills?
Advanced care first started as we have investors. Also an opportunity where we have clients who are suffering from renal failure and are not able to cater for this. And these are investors who saw an opportunity in the long run. Now that we have started with free dialysis, they saw in the long run with the introduction of NHIF, it will be able also to be a good business opportunity aside from also helping and giving back to the community. That is through the free dialysis.
And so like what can you say were the advantages and the disadvantages of giving out a free dialysis during that time maybe?
The advantages, you are able to capture people who are otherwise suffering without dialysis. So that was a major advantage of it, because people came out, people who could not afford to do this dialysis by themselves, by their own finances. This disadvantage, of course, it's
costly.
A lot of money to work on the overheads, to pay and everything, and to buy consumable. It is quite an expensive affair. But with God's grace, we are here now.
So far, any achievement that you as a hospital are proud of?
We've had people who are happy with our services. We have a couple who, after a few months of dialysis, they are able to come out of dialysis, and to us that is the joy, because we do not pray for people to do dialysis forever. But now we have people who've gotten better and stopped dialysis, and those who are still continuing, they are happy with what they're being offered.
So in short, like kidney failure can be curable. It's curable.
It depends with what causes it. There's and this my colleagues will speak about it. There's acute and chronic, and all this depends on what caused the kidney failure, and from there you can know can we be able to treat it, or it will be a long-term condition that will be.
Now from there maybe you can take me to your machines, because I know nothing else apart from asking questions maybe.
I'll show you around.
Our
unit is actually we have 10 machines at the moment, with different rooms and beds with monitors at the bedside, and we also have adequate number of staff to cater for each and every patient. Our machines are called for seniors. This is how our dialysis machines look like.
Guys, this is a dialysis machine. I have never been to one, so I'm seeing it for the first time. That's how it looks like. Man, I see these things. I remember a generator. Power.
Positive and negative. It looks like that, and it has a lot of components that if we start talking about them today,
it will be.
We will not finish. But basically, this is how dialysis machines looks like, and you get also an opportunity to see how a patient is disconnected from a machine and how the whole process runs it when my colleague shows you around.
So what is this one?
This is a bedside monitor. It's called a bedside. Once you're in the machine, you're also connected to the monitor just to always be at par and see how you're faring on with your vital signs as you're dialyzing. So everything is always at par and always up to standard.
Guys, one thing I noted, this hospital is super clean. They are very clean and very well organized, and also you can see like This is where we are, guys. Advanced care diagnostic and renal dialysis, guys. Guys, I'm inside this dialysis room, and it is my first time to come to get into a big hospital like this one, actually. And also the kind of content that I'm doing today, guys, it's just information. So please remember to subscribe, to comment, and also to give video a like. And in case on this premiere, please, thank you so much. And in case you're gonna come later, thank you so much. And right now I'm about to go and meet my friend. She's on her spot and she has a patient, so she's gonna give us the story from there, guys. I don't know much about this, but she's gonna tell us. She is the woman who has the information. So, and guys, we're coming live from it's called advanced care diagnostic and renal dialysis. Okay, so we're here. Let's go and see ZP what she has for us. There she is, and this is her spot here. But I can see are big injections. Man, I fear needles. Hi.
So hi Mawira, you've come.
I'm back and I'm here, and I fear needles. I fear needles.
Don't.
Okay.
They don't hurt. They hurt just a little.
Okay.
So like I've told you guys, I'm Zippy, and I'm a nurse by profession. I've been a nurse for the last 14 years plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
14. Okay, 14 years. And you look young, actually, guys. What do you think? She looks okay, but you're a nurse, so you know how to take care of yourself.
For the last quite some time.
Okay.
So today, like I told you, we are doing an introduction of what kidney failure means.
Okay.
And I also want to encourage people out there that the fact that the doctor has told you you have a kidney failure, that's not the end of life. You still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean like when you go to a hospital and you're told that your kidneys have failed, you go out there and telling people like your life is finished. No, it's not. That is not the end of life. There are so many things that you can do for you to have a normal life like the way you are having. Have a match, it may not be normal as per se, but it will be close to normal.
Yeah.
A good example is the patients that we normally dialyze here. By the way, guys, before I even continue, we have a consent from our patient who is Mr. John. We had seek consent and he has agreed unto that.
He will agree on camera still.
He has agreed onto appearing on camera, so don't worry, the consent is already provided because we are filming the activities that are happening in the hospital.
Yeah.
Right? So now, before we even continue, what is this? I think I would like to introduce you to Mr. John.
Okay.
Mr. John, I think you can say hi to people and tell them who you are and...
Okay.
My name is Samuel
Okay.
Chikambwangi.
Okay.
Patient here at
Advanced care.
Advanced Care
Okay.
doing dialysis.
Okay.
As I've been here for almost a year now
Wow.
doing dialysis. I was diagnosed with kidney failure since December last year.
Okay.
And I've been, I was in Kenyatta, then I decided to come here. And I have been going through dialysis for now since January. And now it's December, so that one is a whole 1 year.
Wow.
So I hope I'll overcome it. Jesus name, because I believe in him.
Yeah.
Okay?
One thing I can tell you, Simon, I'm sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
If it is me who is filming you today here,
Yeah.
there's nothing which is impossible in this world. There's nothing. I was supposed to be dead.
You,
Yeah.
okay, according to him.
I almost committed suicide because of depression, but today I'm here, so there's nothing which is impossible in this world. Yeah. Oh.
So, I've been coming here twice in a week. So on every Tuesday, every Friday, I'm here
Okay.
for dialysis.
Okay.
At first, I had a lot of challenges because I didn't want to believe such a thing can, I had also a community around me who are telling me, never try dialysis, never go for dialysis. That's the end of it. So I tried to resist. And I tried to believe it because there were so many people. Until one time, I had a sore in the whole body, and the situation was
Worse.
so bad. So I had no other alternative. I was taken to Kenyatta. I saw people dying because of the problems, and I had known who I was having a specialist before who told me there is the issue of kidney failure. Earlier on, I tried, he told me that I tried to fight it out. You know, by all means, going to herbalists, going to these, anybody who would want to advise me, I tried. But it didn't work until when I went to Kenyatta National Hospital, and I found I was not only the only one, there were other. So I decided to try to understand what is kidney failure. Now the kidney has failed. I will survive with the current. I even started asking people, can people get out of it? And some people told me there is no way you can get out of it. You have to be like that, do dialysis forever, or maybe somebody, a relative will give you a kidney. All those things I tried, but all the same, I opted for the dialysis, which I have been coming, and it's not a death sentence. When I came to this place for dialysis, I found I was not only the person who is going through that. Others have been here who have been going for 7 years. Others 2-3 years. I also met somebody who got healed. Another one who got healed out of it. So all the same, that when somebody has an issue of kidney failure, it is not a death sentence. See, people are still managing it, but I think the most important thing is the issue of trying to keep yourself, to protect yourself from coming to this point. You know, when I started having these problems, I started with the issue of diabetes. Then after some time, I had pressure, and I ignored the issue of really controlling them. And the doctor could keep telling me, you have to control sugar, you have to control your pressure, because it can destroy your kidneys if you don't control. I didn't know that would happen to me. So anyway, and I didn't know that is the magnitude of the, of what, if I ignored the advice, that was where I would end up. I kept on ignoring sometimes, but later on, that's how I found myself. I couldn't believe it, but anyway, though I couldn't believe it, I found myself now. And I realized now, kidney failure is a disease like any other disease. People are there, and those who have taken the advice of doctors, they have continued, and they are surviving, they are living. And one of the best advices I got from the caregivers that I come across is that kidney, it is important to live positive.
Healing starts from your head.
Yeah, because from when you are told, it's like you are told you umefungwa commute, and you will not come out of that jail, and everlasting jail, until you leave this earth. Somebody is so tormented by that. In fact, I've been advising people. When I started now, the very first few months, I was still struggling with that belief that now, this is, and I think that kills many people. When you find yourself, you are going through dialysis, and you have nobody to give you a kidney, and there is no way out. So those are some of the challenges. You feel tormented, you feel so challenged, you try asking God, why me? But later on, when I came across so many people, colleagues who are here, I encouraged myself, and I said, since I'm not alone, I will keep moving on, I will keep positive. I will believe tomorrow, I will see tomorrow. I believe I will also come out of it, and especially when I got an experience of meeting somebody
who has been healed.
Who had been healed.
Yeah, like the manager told me, there's a couple here, they have been here for some few years and they're now career fully recovered.
Yes. So I'm hopeful because I also believe in God Almighty that I will get healed. And I'll come out of it with a big testimony. I'll keep on telling people that I'll be the next person who will get healed. Being positive and also encouraging others. Not to see it as a death sentence. And encourage themselves. And also the people doing dialysis or the caregivers in dialysis have been so good to me. They supported me in a big way. And they're so kind, showing me love, showing me a lot of, supporting me, telling me, you can come out of it. So I still believe it, and I'm positive about it. And even if maybe for any reason I'm not out of it, I now realize that it is not a death sentence I can keep. Me, I'm just 1 year in dialysis. Others have been 7 years and they're still surviving. So I still believe that will not terminate what I believe. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. On my channel, there's a lady who had cancer. Now she's a cancer survivor. Like she fought it. So you're gonna come out of it. So do we have the right to post this video online? Yeah. Do you have your consent to post this video? Because this
I have no problem if it can be of help to somebody or educate somebody.
Okay.
I really want people to know that prevention is the best cure. If people can prevent most of these lifestyle diseases, which finally end up in such situations. So I always try to tell people, try to prevent. Try to always live light. Try to do a lot of exercise. Right now, if you tell me to just start running and jumping and doing a lot of exercise, I may not be able to do because of the situation that I am. Yeah. But all the same, I am going through it and I'm living positively. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna become out victorious.
Okay.
In Jesus' name.
Thank you.
Back to you, madam.
So thank you guys for those who watched Mr. Samuel. I have a lot of patients, so I even confused the names too. You who is out there, you should know that you're supposed to mention the patient, the right name, the right. So that had escaped, and I called him Mr. John, which is Mr. John. So Mr. Samuel, thank you so much for agreeing to talk to Mr. MAWIRA. I think it will encourage somebody out there, those people maybe who've been told that you have a kidney issue, and I think that's the end of their life. You never know whom you've touched with your word. It's a blessing, and we pray for you. However much we are caregivers, we also pray for our patients, by the way. One thing I would like to tell people out there, when you're working in dialysis units, these people become like our own people, like he becomes like my father, because these people, you meet them with them twice a week. Yeah. You see, that person becomes like a family. Because now he's here, it's a Tuesday, he will be back on Friday. Even if it happens before then, he will still come back. So you see, it becomes like we are community, the caregivers, the nutritionists, clinical officers, like everybody in this unit becomes a family. So we pray for you guys. Maybe they may not feel the love that we have for you, but just know that we pray for you to become better. Another thing he has mentioned is that he believes that at some point he might come out, or he will come out, because he's a believer. There is nothing that is not possible. There's God, of course.
There's God.
We treat,
but God heals.
With kidney issues, there are different categories, like we will talk about it. So it depends on what kind of kidney issue that you've been diagnosed with. But of course, we'll talk about it later before we end the video.
Sure.
And now, because without making our patient
feel uncomfortable,
I would only like to show you what you had asked, the artificial kidney. This is the artificial kidney that we were talking about. It's called a dialyzer. And they're normally in sizes, like we just don't dialyze with any size. It depends on what prescription the doctor has prescribed, but you find like there's a general one that the doctor has prescribed for almost all patients. So this is a dialyzer which acts as a kidney inside, the one that normally works inside our body, but now you see this one is outside. And then these are called bloodlines, and this is your dialyzing machine. If you look at this, there is this number here they're calling UF. UF, like I had mentioned, is the amount of fluid that we are going to excrete from his body.
Okay.
Because his kidneys cannot excrete that amount. Because you've taken water, you've taken juice, you've taken whatever it is, then in liquid form.
Okay.
So the kidneys are not able to excrete it.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you come and command the machine. I want at the end of 4 hours, you excrete maybe 2.5 liters, which is in mils in our machines. So 2.4, 2. Depending on how the patient is.
Okay.
And then it will go for 4 hours. Like now for him, he only have 13 minutes left to finish the 4 hours dialysis session.
Wow.
At the end of this session, the machine will tell us if we achieved what we wanted for him, right? So at least now, we will get blood from, with his consent. I want just to show you something here.
I don't know, I am feeling. I just. Guys, okay.
We have picked blood from his body through this side. It's marked red. So we call this arterial bloodline, and then this is the venous. Those who have done medicine, they'll understand when I say this. So this one takes blood from the body, and then this one takes it to the machine through this pot to the artificial dialyzer, to artificial kidney, and then it takes it back after it has purified through osmotic forces, through diffusion, like movement of particles from one area to the
another.
You understand?
Yeah.
So this is what will happen here. But there is no time. You remember I had mentioned about reverse osmosis.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Water is treated from that side,
Yeah.
and then it comes through these pipings.
Okay.
It gets into the machine.
Okay.
Inside here, this is the one that will bring in and out. So all this is happening in this dialyzer. The blood and the water will never mix.
Yeah.
Then it is taken back to the body, to the patient.
And what about these cans which are here?
These ones are just concentrates.
Okay.
These are just what makes the fluid, the pH of the fluid that we are using to dialyze, which is suitable for the blood.
Okay.
You know, blood has so many components.
Yeah.
So if you use a pH which is so high than what the blood requires, it means you're destroying some of the cells that we have in the blood. So you have to use the right concentration. That is why if you look at this machine, if you want to know what we are using right now, you will come to the dialysis menu, and you can see what we are using. We have sodium, we have the prescribed sodium. All these things are just inside. You may not be able to understand them right now. So we have 11 minutes to disconnect Mr. Samuel.
Okay.
And then after that, we will have to take his vitals. Vitals are very important. When I say vitals, it means we will need to know his blood pressure. That is a blood pressure machine over there.
Okay, that one there, guys.
Yes, that is a blood pressure machine.
Alright.
You have to take blood pressure of the patient before they start their dialysis session.
And after?
Not after. In between the sessions, because anything can happen. You know, taking your blood out of your body at this rate, this is 260. A speed at which this pump is pumping, this is the pump, you know? It is swinging your blood at a speed of 260 mils per minute. You know, like pulling blood out at a speed of 200 mils per minute, then back to the body. So much can happen within a minute, right? So you have to keep on observing that patient. That's why we have that monitor. So you do it pre-dialysis, that is before the patient starts. As they walk in, they take their weights. There is a weighing machine there, I will show you. And then during dialysis, that is intra-dialysis, and after they're done with the dialysis. Right? So that is basically what happens in a day-to-day activity of a nephrology nurse.
Wow. Guys, this is the day with the nurse, and I'm gonna leave. Mr. Sam is gonna be okay in Jesus' name. Amen. So I'm gonna leave you, then we're gonna meet later.
Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, I'm still here in the hospital, and one of the vital cut. Guys, I'm still here in the hospital, and one of the major things that you cannot avoid talking about. I don't shout because I'm in a very special facilities today, and used to me shouting out there, but today I'm not shouting. And one of the major items that we cannot miss to mention when you talk about kidney issues, dialysis and stuff, is nutrition. So in here in this facility, we have one of the best nutritionists, if I missed that one, and I hope I said it right. So we're gonna be walking the hospital in the room, and she's gonna be giving us what information that we need.
Guys, today is just a learning day, and I'm gonna get to the consultation room 1. Okay, guys, just look at these locks. There they look. Okay, there she is. Hi.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You guys, do you serve food here? I'm hungry.
We'll look into that later.
Okay. Okay, my name is MAWIRA. I'm sorry to ambush you. I was just directed here by somebody. They told me, like, in that room 1, go knock. There's somebody there. Actually, I didn't even knock. Forgive my manners. I didn't even knock to ambush you. So please, can you introduce yourself to my audience here? And first, you should know, like, there are people who are watching you from US, Canada, Jamaica, those countries, and Kenya still. There's so many people watching you, so please do the honors.
Okay, I'm Donna.
Okay.
I'm a nutritionist.
By profession?
Yeah, by profession.
Okay.
At Advanced Care,
Okay.
Diagnostic and Renal Center, located along Valley Road.
So what do you like? What's your area of what do you talk about when we talk about dialysis and kidney issues? What role do you play?
What role do I play?
Yeah, in that area now, that with your specialty, what role do you play into the patients now?
When it comes to matters of nutrition,
Okay.
in relation to the patients with kidney failure. Okay, here at our unit, we deal with patients who are on dialysis. So basically, I advise them on diet in relation to their what do I say? How do I put it?
Just put it the way it is.
I advise them in relation to dialysis.
Okay.
Yes. So when a patient is on dialysis, there are key things to note in terms of in relation to the nutrition. So first, you have to check the electrolytes. When I say electrolytes, I mean the sodium, the potassium, the calcium, the phosphorus, the chloride. So when a patient is on dialysis, these electrolytes are things that can be normal. They can come back to a normal range, when I say normal range, I mean when I compare the values to someone who is not on dialysis, a person who does not have kidney issues.
Okay.
So when you advise appropriately on the foods they are supposed to consume, you'll find that your patient is progressing well in terms of the electrolytes, in terms of the urea values, in terms of the creatinine.
Okay.
They'll do so well. So diet plays an important role in the patient's well-being, as well as adhering to the days they are supposed to be coming for their dialysis sessions and also their medicine. Wow. Yeah.
These are the people who were extending their classes when we were sleeping, because the electrolysis, the ones they are mentioning here are very huge names that I don't know. If it took me 7 years to start them, I don't know how they're gonna get in my head. But no, your boy got some constitution in his head, so we understand each other. But for her area of specialty, man, the area of health is something so serious. So, thank you so much. Can I tell my people something, guys? Just look at the view of this office. This is Nairobi, and when you're in the office, the hospital actually, that's the view. Beautiful Nairobi when you're here, man. Wow, I just love where your hospital is located.
Thank you. It's really a nice place.
It's a nice place, guys.
We welcome you all.
That is Nairobi. So far, like, how do you feel like working here at this facility? How has been your journey here?
My journey has been so nice. As you can see, it's a relaxing place.
Yeah.
It's a nice place. When you come here, you feel at home. You bring your patients. They'll give you the best feedback.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, that's the view. As if she's saying, like, this is the best place, like, you feel at home. And actually, you are not far from the state house, actually, right?
Yeah, it's a nice place.
It's a nice place. Alright, now I'm gonna wait for my friend to finish up with her patient, then we're gonna have a closing remarks with her, then we call it a day. Thank you for those who are still watching the video. In case you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, commenting on the video, and sharing, please. Share. Guys, today's video is more of informative, less of entertainment. I'm sorry if I hurt you today, you're gonna forgive me, but at least we should be learning about our health matters. Okay, alright. Still here at the reception, as you can see, we have some beautiful seats here, and my friend just finished doing her duty or her shift, but now I have some more news for you. In most of the care units or the dialysis unit that we have, let's say here in Kenya, you lack a residential doctor. And guys, someone is calling me, so don't worry, don't cut the video. So I will just go and have a chat with the doctor so that he can tell us why he is permanently here during all the whole dialysis process. Let's go. So guys, as you can see, I'm having a close on
Infection prevention.
yeah.
Just go in.
Okay. When we were in school, we used to be wait until the teacher says, yes, come in. Yes, please come. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm very fine.
Welcome.
Alright, guys, I'm here at this doctor's. Please introduce yourself. My name is MAWIRA. And I do YouTube for living.
Okay.
I do YouTube for living, and I'm happy to be in your facility today. I was gladly invited by my friend here. It's been an awesome experience. I've never been to a dialysis hospital before, and today I was lucky to be here. So I would love you to introduce yourself to my audience here. They are watching all over the world, from USA, Jamaica, Canada, all over. Then please, you can take us through the process of the dialysis. Doctor.
It's a pleasure. I am Agumba Thomas is my name. I am a general practitioner here at Advanced Care Dialysis Center.
Okay.
Well, about my scope of work, just as the facility's name is that we do handle dialysis is our core business. Other than dialysis, we do outpatient care basis. But I'll touch on something about dialysis. I believe maybe dialysis is not so new to a number of personnel or the population.
But sorry to cut you short, guys. Like most of us, actually, for me, when you ask what is the dialysis, I don't know. But just the word that I hear here, dialysis. So maybe you as a doctor, maybe you can at least define to us what is dialysis. Okay, kidney failure, that I know. But now tell us about dialysis stuff, a little bit about it, please.
Okay. So for us to understand something about dialysis, it's good that we understand why dialysis.
Okay.
Yeah. So dialysis is a form of renal replacement therapy for patients with acute kidney injury or chronic kidney disease. Okay. Yeah. So primarily our patients that we have here are having chronic kidney disease, that is at stage 5, which is the end stage renal disease, whereby they are on routine dialysis. So what happens in dialysis in a simple layman language is that I'll take an example of we've mentioned something on acute kidney injury, chronic kidney injury, but what's the constant thing here? The kidney injury, okay? So whereby we have a kidney failure, and you have to look at it on the vice versa, like what are the functions of the kidneys? Yeah, the kidneys does excretion. kidney does acid-base balances. There is the kidneys are also talking of excretion entails a number of things: excess fluids, waste like urea, creatinine. Yeah, it also synthesizes production of some hormones like erythropoietin, but I'll not really dive into much. Yeah, but now dialysis. In a dialysis setup is whereby it's like let me just put an analogy whereby it's like during the treatment, it's like essentially doing what the kidney does. Yeah. Not like absolutely at 100% like, but much of the
Under the machine.
yeah. So like for instance, the excess fluids can be removed through dialysis. The mineral waste gets removed through dialysis. Yeah. I don't know whether that's
It's I understand it because I showed them they saw the machine, and so like why are you here like in this dialysis hospital, this facility? Why are you here permanently? Because it's something so special. It doesn't happen to every facility. It's so rare. So what's your stop here?
Okay, so I'm primarily here to attend to the renal patients. I know it's quite unusual in many facilities they may not have a general practitioner on the ground. They usually have the nephrology nurses, but it's a treatment, and it goes a course of maybe, let's say, 4 hours, 6 hours, depending on the prescription made. But so many things can happen through dialysis. I can say that primarily you have to watch this patient from the moment he or she steps on the door. You really want to understand, because some of these patients may come in when they are not very much okay, or maybe they have some other complications. So this is why you need a medical personnel on the ground, so that you can do timely evaluations. If there is need for investigations, you can do that, and maybe advise or offer proper intervention needed. Other than that, through treatment, there are some of those complications that may occur intradialytic. These patients may go into hypoglycemia, which is basically low sugars. There is complications of hypotension. There is also hypertension. Some even get muscle cramps, or even there is what we call dialysis disequilibrium syndrome. So these are things that when they do occur, they need a multidisciplinary team. You wouldn't leave it on the nurse alone. So that for a quick emergency response and for a timely intervention.
So that's what makes this facility to be special, to be so special.
Yes.
Wow. That's a very special information from this facility, because in most cases, like you meet, they have the nurses and everything has been left to nurses. But now the fact that here in this hospital they have realized that it's all about teamwork. It's not about one individual, and it's not even about taking away your money. It's about offering proper services. They treat you right, then God will heal. So they play their part in a team way. That's the best thing that I've had today, man, from a business-oriented facility. Because at the end of the day, this is a business facility, right?
Yes.
But you have taken that further to say like it's not about even business, it's about humanity. Because guys, this facility when it started to give a free dialysis for a whole year to the community. They have a heart of human. So in case you're out there, maybe you're having a patient here in Kenya, you can refer them to here, to this hospital. They're gonna receive the best facilities. Doctor?
Yes, I do.
Alright, so I'm gonna post this video. Do I have your consent to post this video?
That's okay with me.
Alright, thank you so much for your time. Do you have anything you wanna add?
No. What I'll just say that we are trying to enlighten the community, and let's in terms of kidney disease, what we are trying to look at in in the current status, like what we have currently in Kenya, is that we have rising cases in number of chronic kidney disease, and this is what we do. Like we are going the preventive way, and this entails a number of things. So for preventive approach, we are looking at primary health care. We are advising people with chronic maybe comorbidities like diseases like hypertension, diabetes. We are advocating for continuous follow-up so that we may not end up here, because those are on top of our list for the number of clientele that are not really clientele but patients that we should get to have.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. In the video that we have about now to do the last part, we're gonna do with our nurse. Then you call it a day, and then thank you so much for those who are coming in. In case you're on the Premier Gang, please like the video, comment. Maybe you know we are in a digital world. Do you have your socials? Maybe they can follow you. You know.
Well, I do have my social. Share them.
All right.
Yes.
Guys, you know we have to respect his privacy. We're gonna be ending the video soon, so in case you're here, please remember we are coming live from Advanced Care and Reno. Advanced Care Diagnostic Center here in Nairobi. I see it's in AEA Plaza. Okay, one of the best. Just look at the view. They have the best view, so the best services. They have the best view. They're gonna give you the best services. So please remember to subscribe, comment, and also I'm gonna be tagging the information down on the description below. Please reach out to them, talk to them, let them serve you. All right, guys. So guys, I am here still in the office. And, guys, I was scratching myself and I just realized like I had a pimple here. So I'm here, and man, today has been an amazing day. And in case you're watching still, guys, we're still here at Advanced Care Unit. Advanced Care Diagnostics and Renal Dialysis. Man, I'm hungry. Haven't eaten lunch because I was very busy working, and I'm super happy to meet the man behind the facility, the man, the CEO himself. Man, this is the first time I'm shaking a hand of a CEO actually. So how does it feel to be a CEO actually?
I don't regard myself as a CEO actually. I just believe it's a vision that everybody has taken part and parcel of. It has nothing to do with chief executive and stuff like that. It has to do with people, efforts that people have been able to make. And without those people, you cannot become maybe a manager or the head of something. You need people for you to become that particular person. So I don't take it like it's a big deal. But thank you very much.
Man, for me when I was growing up, I was telling her like at some point I wanted to be a doctor. But my dream changed. Like I was even injecting the banana plant in Shamba, and I was like, you're gonna heal. So tell us the genesis behind this hospital.
To be honest, I just had a passion because I've been out of Kenya for some time, and I've looked at different kind of health facilities out of the country and both even within the country. We are trying our level best to get to a place where we can be able to create a good environment for patients. I don't believe that people are patients per se. I just believe that people need time and they need the people that have specialized in certain issues as far as their bodies are concerned, biological issues, and they can be able to help them out. So it's a dream that I've had to create a good environment, to be able to propose to other investors that we may be able to create a larger kind of family so that we can give the best healthcare to our people and citizens. So it's a vision that I've had at heart for a very long time, and I thank God for the people that have been able to support, and majorly being one of the investors, a venture capital investor that has put in money behind it. And I just want to say thank you to him, first of all, because he has been instrumental in facilitating each and everything that has come in play. And I'm just saying that as far as I'm concerned, the vision has been actualized, so we need to now move to the next level at this particular point.
Guys, forgive my manners, man, because I was excited to meet him because, man, he's the first CEO to meet and, man, he's so humble. I even forgot to tell you to introduce yourself to my amazing audience. I have people who are watching you from USA, from Jamaica, from Canada, from Austria, from Tobago. Is it Trinidad? MAWIRA. People are watching all over the world. Kenya, India, they are watching. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Isaac Mulindi. Isaac Mulindi comes from Kenya, and I'm blessed to be a Kenyan. I thank God for the opportunity and the grace that He's been able to give me to be able to see this come into fusion. So may God bless you guys so much for watching, and keep on watching.
All right. Now, going on, something that got into my intention and to my interest was like, you guys, the moment that you opened the hospital, then for 1 year giving free dialysis services to patients.
Yes.
Man, who does that? Why?
I mean, at the end of the day, people need services, and also this goes towards the investor himself, because I had to talk to the investor to just convince him that let's keep going, because you know we have people who are living below the, let's say at the bottom of the pyramid. People cannot be able to afford even catheters, people cannot be able to afford the dialysis sessions, and we've come across so many people. I've had a very kind of a huge experience just trying to figure out how best we can be able to do this. So, I mean, healthcare is not about money really. Healthcare, if it's possible, you can imagine if we all put money forward, nobody can get treatment, because there are people who cannot even afford a single treatment because the medications, the equipments and everything else is expensive in healthcare. So we didn't want to stop because maybe like renal dialysis is being paid by NHIF and we had not been accredited yet. So we couldn't stop the vision because NHIF had not accredited us. So what we decided was to talk to the investor himself and tell him we cannot stop at this particular point. Let us move on as we help people. And this also could be able to see to it that we are offering the best services. And it was a mode of kind of training because it was the first time we were doing this, and it has been awesome to offer free services. I pray that also when we get to a level where we want to invite other investors, that they will be able to kind of take each and every different department. For example, the employees. I mean, we have people that are willing to pay for the salaries of the employees. We might get people who are willing to pay for the consumables. We might get people who are willing to support people who are living below, you know, at the bottom of the pyramid, who cannot be able to afford catheters. So we want to give free catheters. It's coming to a time when we believe that this is something that we have to do. It's about humanity. And I do believe when it comes to things like kidney, when they fail completely, what do you do now? And you can't afford it. Look at that. Look at that. You know, it's not just about money. Seriously, it's not about money. It has to do with humanity. And yes, we need our needs taken care of. We need our children going to school, and the nurses who have done nephrology should be able to get the earning, the doctors and stuff. What do we do about the people who cannot be able to afford? Should they go to rest? Should they die? That's what I mean. I mean, we can't have these people dying. So we want to look for investors, we want to look for friends, we want to look for partners who are going to join in this effort. We are looking at, you know, giving about 2,000 catheters for free. And I'm talking to investors, I'm talking to people who are willing, CSR, and people who are willing to kind of support this kind of initiative. So doing free dialysis was something that I experienced, and I thank God that we are able to do it. It's not easy, don't get me wrong. Even the investors were so sad about it, but we had to do it. And now we are at this place where we want to take it to the next level. We believe we might have one of the best dialysis centers across the globe, actually. We want to establish this dialysis center in Africa. So we are thinking of doing even more. We are looking forward to do a 50-bed dialysis center, whereby we want to, you know, take care of each and everybody in equal measure. It's a family. So advanced care diagnostic, we want to do the advanced care itself towards our
just
patient,
as the name, guys.
Just as the name, so that we can be able to kind of take healthcare to the next level. Wow. Yes.
Guys, in case you are there, maybe you would love to be partners, you love to take, maybe to chip in something. I have a very supportive audience.
then like you don't know. Maybe it's one of them who was watching. He's a billionaire. I may want to come in and for the service for humanity. Please reach out to. You have a number?
Yes.
Maybe
yes.
you can give out your number, and maybe you never know.
Sure. I mean, you can decide to support one person. I mean, you can decide to support two people, and trust me, we should be able to go all the way out. We have our nurses who know quite a number of patients. We have patients that cannot be able to afford the catheter. The catheter is about 15,000, I guess. We have other doctors' fees that you can say you take care of the doctor's fee. You can say we want to support one person. I mean, when you go into dollars, it's less than $100 now, a catheter. I believe that any person that is willing to do it, he can contact us, and we will be sure to do what the person wants, because we look for that particular person that cannot be able to afford the catheter. People who are living in, they call them we don't call them slums. We call them what? Unplanned or whatever settlements. We want to be able to take care of those people because they cannot even afford treatment. They've been totally forgotten. And like for you to be able to qualify to get taken care of by NHIF, you have to pay at least $3.3. It's about 500 shillings every month, which has become a problem to some of the people that are suffering with kidney issues. I mean, it has become a total problem. And if you look at the Kenyan society, they are saying that almost over 1.4 million people are diagnosed with kidney issues. So we want to be able to see whatever little that we can do to help somebody and to impact somebody's life, we'll be able to do it.
Okay, I have two more questions.
Yes.
We wrap up the video. One is a notification for those who are wondering what is the NHIV, is the National Health Insurance Fund.
Yes.
And that's available in Kenya. It's provided by the government. Then in health sector, there are so many ventures that you could get yourself into. Why did you venture into kidney dialysis?
I ventured into, I had a dream for this because, again, I'm saying, kidney is one of those chronic diseases, just like cancer, whereby people lose hope and people feel like they are, they're done with life. Yeah. So I just believe that we could be able to give hope to people who are desperate, who don't really understand what is there tomorrow. Some of them cannot afford food. Some of them cannot afford even to take their children to school. What is it that we can do to help them take care of their medication and their health care? So we chose on this particular sector because when your kidneys have failed, there is nothing else you can do but wait for death. So how do we get in and support them? That's why I was so passionate about it, and I had to propose to the investors who agreed to support. As much as the investors would like to get their money back over time, but I believe it's time for us to get humanity into place. This world is not just about me. It has nothing to do with me, but it has to do with people. Because God is in us. If He says that He's in us, we have to help people. When somebody somewhere is praying for their children to go to school and they cannot afford to go to get that medication to see their children go to school, to see their great-grandchildren, and they're suffering from kidney issues, what do we do to offer them the best healthcare so that they can be able to see tomorrow, so that they can be able to see 2 years, 5 years down the line? And it's possible as long as we can team together with like-minded people and believe that we can be able to do it. That's why I decided on the kidney issue, which I know that it has gone a long way to help 1 or 2 people.
And so far, how has been the journey been? Since you started, how has the journey been?
Of course it's not easy. Where you find a lot of obstacles. Nothing is easy with life, okay? You have to find a little bit of obstacles here and there, issues that are not straightened out. Having lived out of Kenya for quite some time, I thought that it was going to be a smooth road. But I thank God for the people that have been able to support. I thank God for the government. I thank God for NHIF and other people that have been able to do the process a little bit faster than we thought. Sometimes it has taken a lot of time because the investors have gotten tired, they wanted to pull out, but at the end of the day, by the grace of God, they remained, and now we are at a place where, despite the hurdles in this journey, we are here now. Now we have to look at the next step that we need to make. So I've gotten some kind of experience. I've understood the hoops and hops in how to get around a few things here and there. I've understood the battles also, which age, you cannot say that they are over. But at the end of the day, as a person that is interested and I've got a passion to make this happen, I will not give up. I'll make sure that I go forward. As we speak right now, we are looking for land so that we can be able to develop a huge facility.
Wow.
So I'm not gonna get tired of doing this. I was just talking, I had a meeting today about it. So I think that if I get more people to come in, we'll get the land on board and we'll do a great facility that has never been put in this region. So I believe in Eastern Central Africa, we want to have one of the best dialysis centers in the region.
Guys, we're gonna be the champions of that facility when it comes to be. Even I would love to, when they be doing the groundbreaking, you be there, we witness it, man. Because successful journey always have some sweet stories, man, and some sad story and sweet sad stories, man. And I would love to be part of it. Man, I would say, at some point I felt like this was a TV interview. And for me, I'm more of a blogger, but man, I appreciate, man, thank you so much for giving me a chance to your facility. It is not easy. She took me through the whole process, and I mean, it was amazing. It was my first time to be in such a facility, and then gosh, I have no words. Thank you so much, sir. Maybe you can give them the number, but maybe they can reach out too.
Yeah, you can reach me out at 254-700-483-3333. Once again, it's 254-700-483-3333. Thank you so much.
Man, for me, you know my number. I don't have a number. Guys, thank you so much for the love, for subscribing, for commenting and sharing the video. Please, in case you're out there, maybe you have a patient, bring them here. It's not like you're praying for you to have a patient, but in case you have, refer them here. You have the best services. I have been able to witness. I had a chance to talk with one of the patients. Actually, I talked to a patient, and he told me like he's feeling nice. He has been here for 1 year. If he wasn't happy with these services I have offered here, he wouldn't be coming back for 1 year. Imagine. And I know there are some other who have been doing it over and over. Thank you so much.
Karibu sana.
That is my moment with a CEO, man. I feel happy.
Guys, I'm still here. Just look at this view, man. It's something else. Just looks awesome. For those who are wondering where I am today, I'm coming live from this beautiful building here, and I'm coming from Nairobi. That building actually is in Westlands. Yeah, it is in Westlands, and where we are right now, we are just like a 5-minute walk to State House. Okay, so that one tells you where your boy is. And man, I'm still looking dope. I'm still looking dope and feeling myself. But it's not about feeling myself. Today is just about an amazing day, a learning day, and this one was made possible by one and only amazing human that I met in MAWIRA's property of Villa, and none other than the star of the day.
Hi guys, I think I've introduced myself, but it won't hurt to introduce myself once again.
Yeah.
I am Zippy. They call me on YouTube Zippy the Nurse. And I'm happy today that it has been a fruitful day for us. Let's say we woke up so early because, like you've seen in the beginning of the video, today was my working day, but I decided to invite MAWIRA
here,
so that he can understand what working in a hospital entails, who is a nurse, you know, like what is working in a dialysis unit, the things that we don't show on cameras, of course with consent. That is something I've not forgotten to say, because you know you have to be consented by everybody, like, you know, you just don't go filming people. So welcome.
So Zippy, we met at MAWIRA's place, and you brought almost the same item that I brought. Now, people started saying, like, why are we comparing the gift and stuff? How did you feel about that one?
Okay, well, first of all, let me say, I felt so nice and I felt so good that MAWIRA appreciated the gift.
Yeah.
You know, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
It is not about how much the gift is worth. It's not about how much people, as in what people say. It's not about that yours was compared. No, the fact remains, whatever it is that we had thought about, like gifting somebody, like I normally say, it is good to give give people flowers when they are alive, like
Yeah,
when
sure.
they are still alive, they are with you there. We say Marwa is a legend, like we say he's an African travel commando, but are we appreciating him? So we felt like let's go and appreciate him, and the fact that he accepted it. Even if it was being compared and people felt like it was not right. I mean, we did take an offense at the end of the day, because in this world you will find things that are there to make you, as in to propel you to other like
level.
now, because you see, when we thought of giving Marwa a portrait, we didn't think of a situation whereby we would get somebody to bid like the way you bidded yours. You see, now if I'm to give somebody like another time, I would think of what you did. So it was a challenge for me. However much people were feeling like it was awkward.
Man, but I don't lie to you, man. That thing, the picture that you chose, man, you guys have an eye. You guys,
You have an eye.
You have an eye. And the fact that,
and yours was also good, by
and the
way.
fact that it is on his wall, man.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, it's mounted on his wall, man. And mine is hidden in the bedroom.
People will steal it, so he has to put it
because
in the bedroom.
it's like it's not
And
like.
let me tell you something, by the way, something you did notice. That photo, you see, I don't know whether people noticed this. That photo that we had made on the portrait. The day they took that photo, they were with she's called Rosio.
Yeah.
It's the first day they met. Did
Wow.
you know that?
No, I didn't.
Coincidentally.
Wow.
Rosio was in the villa, and then is she Rosio?
Yeah, Rosio. Okay, same Marwa's girlfriend. Just
yeah,
same
Marwa's girlfriend. That's I didn't want to but anyway, it's known elsewhere like she's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It is the same day that they had met. Imagine. So it was kinda for me. I felt nice.
Man, you guys, hey,
But
man, that was awesome.
You remember what he said? Hey, this one is too expensive, man. I'm going to hide it in the bedroom so that people may not
It is
see
true.
it.
It is true. It cost me a fortune.
Wow, I can
And,
imagine. Because even that one was a very
and it
expensive.
was-
So imagine yours must have been.
And it was
expensive.
so coincidental. Like I took that thing on 15th November, but it was unveiled on 22nd December. November.
Wow.
November.
It was November, yeah, it was in the month of
Like God has the reason for everything, man. But I was happy, guys. Like yo.
Let me tell you, you see, like the way you're saying it's a coincidence, because even Mara mentioned that time, he said, you brought it, even when he saw us with it, he told us off camera, I know there's somebody, Mawira, where is Mawira? He was shouting your name all over, and he was saying, where is Mawira? I know he has something close to this. I want him to come and present as well. It's in my bed. He was shouting all over and saying, people should bring it.
Yeah.
The same way we had a coincidence when we were like presenting the gift. See now how God just does his own things, because you've declared and said that you've never been to a hospital. You don't know what an experience is to be in a hospital.
I have never.
You see how God connects people.
Sure.
I don't know. It's just a one that
I feel like I should also come on the camera.
Yeah.
So guys, I am shooting when I'm here. So I want to go to the other side of the camera so they can be both, okay?
Yeah, guys,
Yeah, so guys, I'm here, and now at least you can see both of us, and at least we have something holding our phone or our camera down there. So, and guys, I am self-dressed actually. You used to playboy without clothes. Like I've been used to having to be staying shirtless, such that someone was saying Mawira doesn't have clothes.
Oh, surely. How do you say that?
It was crazy, but it is internet. So
But you can't go to the pool with clothes anyway.
sometimes,
So that's like a pool.
like that place
Like
is
that.
sometimes it gets so hot.
Yeah, that's what I did. Like me when I was coming.
Hotter than
gosh,
Mombasa
yeah,
sometimes.
I had carried heavy clothes. Considering that I'm from Nyandarua, I had carried heavy clothes. Even Stanley was laughing at me. Hey.
So guys, we still here with Zippy, and man, thanks so much for giving me an opportunity to see whatever I have seen today.
You've learned
Guys,
something.
I've learned a lot, and man, I also felt so sorry for Mr. Stephen,
Mr. Samuel.
Mr. Samuel, and I could see the pain. Like, is it actually painful when you put the
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
When the machine-
Like what exactly?
Like when the blood
The
is
blood
just
is coming up. No, it's not. It's not. But we'll talk in details, like as the video continues, we'll talk about what pains and what does not pain.
Hey, because I just felt there. I saw the blood. How do you call those things?
The
Blood.
bloodlines.
The bloodlines. Hey, yeah, it was something. I hate seeing blood.
I'll explain to
I
you.
cannot be a
in
doctor.
deeper,
Okay.
deeper.
So, for those who are tuning in and wondering why is Playboy today so smart like this, I was smartly dressed because I'm in Nairobi City. When you're in the Nairobi,
Playboy becomes the city boy.
City boy. When you're in Nairobi, guys, let me tell you one thing: the secret. Even if you don't have money, just look good. Just look good
and take a lot of water.
And take a lot
Have
of
you taken
water.
a water today?
Today no.
Oh
But
my.
yesterday
To
took.
serve you with a lot of water
Yesterday
before we
took.
leave.
Yesterday took.
You see me, I'm just hydrating.
Yesterday took 3 liters
Oh wow.
of water, but I need.
Now that you're in a dialysis unit, you have to take water. You have to hydrate yourself because even dehydration is a cause of a kidney failure.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
It does happen.
Okay, for those of you in the premiere, I'm with who here? Introduce yourself again. The last time.
Hi guys, my name is Zipporah Nishohi, but I go on YouTube by the name Zippy the Nurse. Today here I'm happy to have joined MAWIRA. I am so happy by the way that you, I don't know how to say it. That the fact that you accepted to come join me as I work and then like maybe talk about 1, 2, 3 things about something that is so important in our body, a kidney. You know, people take things for granted.
Sure.
Like people go out there, then they see people lying on the streets. You know, you take for granted being in a house with a shelter.
Sure.
We also have our kidneys which are functioning so well. You're able to pee. You take advantage of peeing. Let me tell you. But when your kidneys shut down, that is the only time you realize, oh my God, kumbe even that peeing was that important.
Wow.
So that is what happens here at Advanced Care in Nairobi. It's situated at A&E
Plaza.
along Valley Road. So guys, you're welcome. Yeah.
So guys, I'm not an interviewer, but today I prepared a question, and at least she has introduced herself, and then tell us who is a nurse. You know, for basic things, like, most of us don't know. Like you ask me who is a nurse, I don't know. I will tell you someone who takes care of sick.
It's true, you're correct. A person who is able to take care of patients or somebody who is in need of somebody else. But now for you to become a nurse, you have to be trained. You have, like in Kenya, I'll talk specifically about Kenya. There are different types of nurses. There is a midwife, who is still a nurse, who does assist mothers with their delivery. Big up to our mothers. There is also a different nurse who is trained to work in a psychiatric unit. Mental health is also important. So we have a nurse who is trained for that. So basically, a nurse is somebody who is trained. You have to undergo a certain training and be certified by the nursing council to work as a nurse. So for me, you see here, I am trained as a nurse. So I've been trained to take care of patients, to take care of ill people, and I've been certified. I have to have a license for me to work in a hospital. You can't just pop in a hospital and work unless you're a quack. So me, I'm trained, I have a license, and I've had my license for nursing for the last, like I've mentioned severally, about 14 years. For you to be a nurse, like let me just generalize everything, you go for the basic training. If you want to do a degree in nursing, you do 4 years. 4 years, that is Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and then you go for internship. And then if you want to do a diploma in nursing, you do it for 3.5, that is close to 4 years, but it doesn't have internship. That is KRCHN, Kenya Registered Community Health Nurse. Basically that's it. And then after you graduate, you maybe want to upgrade, like do a higher diploma, like now what I did, a higher diploma in critical care. Critical care means now you're taking care of patients who are critically ill. Maybe you have a kidney issue, maybe you're in ICU, you know, like such. You're now critical, you're not just like in the wards, you don't have a headache. Like now you go deeper, so you specialize. It's a crash program that you take for 1 year. So me, I'm now trained as a critical care nurse. And having been trained as a critical care nurse, you can work in an ICU setup or you can work in a renal unit. So today where you found me, I'm floated in a renal unit, whereby we deal with patients who have kidney issues. Like we will talk about what is kidney issues later. So I think I've answered what a nurse.
Wow, guys.
And a nurse is somebody who is compassionate, let me say this. And being a nurse, it's something that you have to have it in your heart. I'm sorry to say this because I think to the public eye, there are some people who, just like the way you would go to any office and you find a person with a bad heart or bad character, but even in nursing field, there are some people with bad characters and stuff. So it makes, like the way they normally say, if you put one spoiled tomato in a basket, it might end up
spoiling
all the others. So what happens, you find in the public eye, a nurse is somebody who is so rude and so bad. You know, at the end of the day, it is not everybody who is a nurse who is bad.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah,
If for sure it was a calling, like from the word go, when you were growing up, you became a nurse because it was a calling. Deep down in you, it's something that you really wanted. Of course, you'll be one of the best nurses, right? But if it is something that was brought to you, you know, our parents also force us to do courses because maybe it's marketable. At the end of the day, you will never lack a job. That makes it a bit difficult for you to work as a nurse because you're not compassionate. Like I said, you have to be compassionate. Compassionate means you have to feel what that patient is feeling.
Yeah,
Put yourself in their
situation.
shoes, in their situations, and try to understand their pain. By so doing, you'll say, hey, for sure, me, I have to do to this person what I would want it done unto me. You understand? So you will be compassionate. At the end of the day, you will deliver the care that you need, that patient needs. Yeah.
Wow, guys, as you can see, you're still matching the glasses. We're looking like two intelligent people here, but I don't know.
Intelligent minds, of course.
I don't know, like mine are for intelligence or for.
Oh my goodness.
So Zippy,
Yes.
another question that I would love to ask you, like, what led you into? There's so many careers. What led you into nursing?
First of all, me when I was young, I wanted to become a judge.
I'm sorry to say to cut it short. When I was growing up, I really wanted to be a doctor. I was even injecting the banana trees
Wow.
in the shamba.
Dreams are still valid.
Then
Dreams are still valid.
it shifted. It went to being a Kenya Defense Force officer.
Wow, but you have a body like
Because I used to have those camouflage outfit and stuff.
like
and
the one you have right now.
And then someone gave me some army biscuit, and they were very sweet. And I was like, man, I'd love to be eating this daily. But now, as the journey was going on, I don't know, my dreams just shifted. Now, when I was in class 6, I said I want to be a lawyer. And I focused on it until I got it.
Wow, you are a lawyer right
By
now.
professional, yeah, I'm supposed to be a lawyer.
Wow,
Yeah.
you trained as a lawyer.
But I haven't finished. I'm on my right year. But I
Wow,
dropped out.
I didn't know this.
I dropped out.
Congratulations. I didn't know I'm dealing with a lawyer in case of anything. Wow, that's nice. So for me, you've asked me a question, which is very nice. But I would say when I was growing, like when I was young, I was hoping to be, or I was like expecting at some point I would become a judge, a lawyer, something close to that. But along the way, I realized, no, I think I'm not anything close to that. I feel so, I think, not even compassionate, I'm so selfless. Selfless means I am not self-centered, like I don't love myself that much. I mind about others too much that I end up forgetting myself. So I think I should take care of them. And then I have an aunt of mine who used to come home, and then people in the village, they're like, oh wow, that's daktari. You know, when you're in the village, people call you daktari. You don't know the difference between a doctor and a nurse. As long as you're working in the big city, Nairobi, and you go to the village, people are like, hey, we're daktari, you know, like that doctor has come. So I used to see how she's taking care of people, her mother, that's now my grandmom, her sisters, you know. And I felt, wow, I think I should become a nurse. So, and then along the way, you know, I'm the firstborn in our family. I used to take care of my brothers. I have brothers only, I don't have a sister. So I used to take care of my brothers, and I felt like, oh wow, I think I was born to take care of other people. So that's how I ended up becoming a nurse. As in, I think it's something that was inborn. Yeah. Because even you, when you tell me you have an issue, like you, MAWIRA, today, you tell me you have an issue, good Lord, it will disturb me. It will give me stress. It will, like, you know, I take it like it's mine. I'm going to buy for you after this. I'll take you to Hilton. Actually, I'll take you to Milan. You know where Milan is? In Westlands.
I only hear about it.
I'm going to take you there for dinner.
Wow, guys, your boy.
You will see us there
she's
before the
practicing.
video ends.
Now, please bring your case. I don't have passion. I'll charge you.
I'll buy you lunch. Don't you worry.
What is the difference between a lawyer and a doctor? Like,
a lawyer and a doctor?
Not a nurse and a doctor. I'm sorry. Hey guys, my lawyer just came in. Okay, what is the difference between a doctor and a nurse?
There's a difference in terms of training, that is one. And in terms of, there are some scopes of practice that a nurse is not allowed to practice, and there's some scopes of, by me saying scopes, it means a doctor is trained to do a higher, for lack of a better word, is trained to do more advanced work of a patient other than a nurse. You see, from the beginning we said a nurse is trained to take care of an ill patient, an ill or somebody who is not well, right? These things that we're saying taking care of, it means the doctor comes, says, oh, MAWIRA has a headache. Please, Nurse Zippy, give MAWIRA some paracetamol. So I will be the one to administer that paracetamol. It's not the work of the doctor.
And you'll
Right.
give me the correct.
Of course, I'll have to check your name.
Okay.
Are you MAWIRA? Right?
How
What
am I?
what medication did the doctor write? Did he write paracetamol or he wrote flagyl? Those are two different things. Because you see, when you're picking medications, it means you can get a medication that is looking alike, like look-alike medications, right? So I'll have to make sure that whatever it is that I'm administering to you is the right and the correct one. What was the dosage? Did he say 1 tablet, 500 milligrams, or he said 1 gram? You understand? So that is me. But the doctor is the one to prescribe. For me as a nurse, at certain level, like the one I'm in right now, I cannot prescribe. Prescribing means you've come and you've told me this is where you're ailing, like you're ailing. So I cannot write for you medications in simple terms. I cannot use a prescription pad to write for you medications because it's not in my scope of practice. That is the work of a doctor. And then again, you can see a doctor like giving activities of daily living. Activities of daily living means if you're hospitalized in a hospital, you will need to bath, to take a bath, to take a shower. You can't see a doctor coming to assist you take a shower. It's at the work of the nurse to come and assist you take a shower. So those are the activities of daily. If you're not able to maybe to ambulate and go to the toilet, I'll be there to assist you.
Wow.
You understand? But the doctor will come and say, this patient needs some assistance, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, those people are watching, I hope they understand what I'm saying. So a nurse is somebody who has been trained to provide or assist somebody who is ailing to perform the activities of daily living. But the doctor is above slightly, not slightly because we work as a team in a hospital, it's collaborative management. But at the end of the day, there are some things that a nurse can't do but a doctor can do. An example, because now we are here, a doctor is allowed by their scope of practice to insert a catheter or to insert a fistula, like the one I was saying we use an access for dialyzing, but a nurse cannot. A nurse can maybe put an IV cannula just for simple medications, but I cannot do this big IV access. You understand? So there are some scopes that there is a difference at the end of the day. We can't just perform, you know, like the way you need an eye and a nose, like the whole body has to work systematically. We work together, but everybody has their scopes, like they are different.
So how long does it take for you to be professionally and practically a professional nurse?
Like I mentioned from the word go, you need, it depends on whether you want to do a degree, which takes 4 years to 6 years because of internship and stuff, or if you want to, that is when you've come direct from Form 4. Form 4 is like after you finish your Form 4, you understand if you're Kenyan. But you can also do a 3.5 year course. After that, you're certified, you pass your final exam, that's it, you become a nurse. So if you want now to go deeper, like what I'm doing right now, like you're critically trained to take care of the critical patients, a specialization, now you go on increasing. You can even become a doctor at some point, because like me now, I'm aiming to become a doctor at some point, and then the name, the title will change. I'll no longer be ZP the nurse who is a critical care nurse, but I'll be a nurse practitioner. That means I have upgraded my training. At some point, maybe I can prescribe, I can do consultations and stuff, because that's my dream at the end of the day.
Wow.
Sky is the limit, you know?
People, if you love books, please talk to ZP, because I'm sure those who do medicine, they study a lot and a lot. And is it true like those who don't do medicine, they are overthinkers? Like you guys think outside the box a lot?
You have to. That is true. But you see, even in other professions, you also have to think outside the box. For you to become a lawyer, for you to defend me.
For me, I must go through the Constitution. I have a guideline.
But you also have to think outside the box for you to defend me. If maybe, for example, I've done something wrong and so it's grievous, you also have to think outside the box.
How to frame you?
How to frame the case and for me to win, because you know.
Your Honor, she is not innocent. She's guilty, please arrest her.
And yet, of course, maybe I'm guilty. In every sense, I'm guilty. So everybody, as in, I think in every professional career, you have to think outside the box. But in medicine, first of all, you have to have it in your heart. That's the most important thing. However much you're a critical thinker, how much you're thinking outside the box, you have to have medicine in your heart. I mean, there are so many people we trained with in my basic training before I started upgrading to the higher diploma in critical care, but they didn't even finish the first year. You see, you go to theory first, like for the first 6 months you go in class, you're told this is a lung, this is a kidney, this is a what, and then now you're taken to the hospital to see the patient. There's some who went to the clinicals, my goodness, Some other guy saw a patient being amputated. Amputated means like your leg is being cut. You know, there's some people, sorry to say so, you see them without some parts of their limbs, right? So that guy saw somebody being amputated. Do you know he just collapsed? He didn't finish that school, he went home. Another guy went to the clinicals. He saw somebody, a big, no, you've not even seen a cadaver or something. They saw somebody with a big wound in the abdomen, just peeping at his, hey, we were supporting him. Even me, personally, my personal experience, I saw somebody with a big head injury. Somebody is talking to me, but the skull is open. I collapsed. So you see, it is not easy, but because it's in your heart, because the key thing is that thing is in you. You have to soldier on. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to go on and go on and go on. So if it's not in your heart, however much you're thinking outside the box, however much you're a critical thing, it will not help you. You will be one of those people, I mean, the bad ones in the hospital.
Guys.
So critical thinking outside the box doesn't help. Have it in your heart.
Guys, I don't lie to you. I have a good heart and I know I have a big heart, but I don't have that space to hold, to see a big wound and a scalp talking to me. No. That heart I don't have. She can tell you, the moment I saw the blood tubes, I was reacting differently because I hate blood. I hate blood.
Everyone says that.
Amen. So, for how, like, okay, there's something that you told me, like, you've been practicing for 14 years, and then another thing that, how are you able to balance between, okay, before even we go that one, please tell us about what is dialysis and the steps, like the stages. Does it have stages and stuff like that?
It does. Like our doctor had mentioned, okay, let's start with what is this kidney that we're talking about. What is a kidney failure? A kidney is a very vital organ in our body because it helps in excreting. Excreting means removing waste products in our body. Everything we consume must come out, either in form of urine, in form of sweat, in form of feces, and everything. Here we'll talk about, I mean, we'll use some words, but at the end of the day, not vulgar per se, but because we're in a hospital, it's good for people to understand. So anything you consume, anything you take in has to come out at a point, because your body has to balance, called homeostasis. There is pH in your body, there are some waste products that needs to be balanced at some point. So what does that? Apart from other organs that does the same, the kidney is a vital organ in maintaining our like what I've just explained. So if it fails, it means all that work that it was doing is not being done in the body. So the body will tend to like try to adjust to a way of, like, you know, if it's water that you are taking, like for example today I've taken 3 liters of water, I have to go to the toilet, pee it out because my kidneys are working normally. What if I take 3 liters of water but I don't pee? What will happen? It will remain in the body. So it will start looking for a way out of my body. It will go to the lungs. I'll not be able to breathe because I'll have pulmonary edema. Right?
You think pulmonary?
Pulmonary edema. The lungs will be pulmonary, like the lungs.
I thought like you had said pulmonary edema.
No, pulmonary. Not like Mayubulo says in the edema. No. I meant pulmonary edema. Yeah. So you find a patient comes to the hospital, they're not able to breathe, and they're just in difficult because the excess water, which the kidney was not able to excrete out, has been reabsorbed in the body, right? You understand? Yeah. And then also you find that sometimes there's something we call urea. People talk of urea, salt and stuff, those in layman's language. So you take food that has salt, you take food that has urea, but at the end of the day it's not coming out. What will happen? It becomes toxic and it goes to your brain. You come to the hospital, you're confused, you don't know what's happening, simply because your kidneys have failed and they're not doing the work they're supposed to do. Another thing you find, the kidneys are also responsible for making some hormones which are responsible for your blood level. It's called erythropoietin. So what happens, if your kidneys have failed, all the time you have anemia. Anemia is lack of enough blood. Like your blood level is not enough in your body. So you see that kidney is working a lot. So now, because your kidneys have failed, either temporarily or permanently, like the way the doctor had explained, you can have an acute kidney injury because of some simple causes like dehydration, like I had mentioned. Because when you don't take a lot of water, like the amount that is required, what will happen? Your kidneys will think we don't have enough water to excrete, so we shut down. You know, like there's not enough water for me to excrete, because if I remove water, the body will be left without. But at the end of the day, it's dehydration. You're walking around town, you get an accident, you bleed, at the end of the day, your kidney is shut because they think there's a challenge with your body. So those are just acute kidney injuries. Slightly, or even medications, you go to a hospital, you're given a medication, your body reacts, the kidneys are trying to excrete that medication, but they affect the kidney. So that's just an acute kidney injury. So what will happen? You come to the hospital, the doctor diagnoses and says you have a kidney injury, but it's acute. So it will be reversible at some point. Which means we might do dialysis like 3 sessions, and then your kidneys go back to normal. When we do all the tests that are required, you'll go back to normal. Understand?
Yeah.
But then again, you could also have a chronic kidney disease caused by like our lifestyle. You're there, your work is just to drink alcohol, taking cigarettes, just sedentary lifestyle, you're not doing exercises. What will happen to your kidneys, to your body? You get hypertension. If you get hypertension means your blood pressures are high. If they are high, they also affect the kidney because the kidneys are also working. A kidney is like a sieve and it has blood vessels inside. So you can imagine all the time those blood vessels, they are dilated because the blood pressures are high and everything. So at the end of the day, at some point, they will also get tired and they will shut. So it is a stage, it will gradually affect your kidneys. Slowly, at the end of the day, you come with a shutdown kidney. That is permanently. You have diabetes, so much sugars in your body, they affect the kidneys. Because at the end of the day, blood vessels are there in the kidney. So at the end of the day, what happens? They shut down. You understand?
Yeah, okay.
So it is quite tiresome. So now coming back to what is dialysis. So when you come, because your kidneys are failed, what we will do, we will just get an artificial dialyzer, an artificial kidney, something like the one I was showing you.
Guys, we saw it on the clip. We got the clips before.
Yeah.
And many it was,
So the doctor will come and look for an access, like we said, because we need to get that blood out of your body, put it in a machine, take it round and round in a slow motion, not like we don't want to hurry you. So it goes round like for about 4 hours, depending on the prescription. If it's your first time, you can do 2 hours because your body is not used to that. If you're used to it, you do 4 hours, or maybe the doctor wants you to do 6 hours, slow and efficient dialysis. So it depends on what the prescription has said. But if you get used to, you just do regular 4 hours, 4 hours. So you come, the doctor says we need an access. So they look for, there's something we call a catheter. It's just like the one we normally use when we are giving medications in just hospitals. Then they look for a big vessel that goes direct into your heart. So they put it inside, and then after that, they have to check if the flows are okay and stuff, and then they permanently close it. So when you come, we'll just clean it, we dress it, and then we connect you now to the machine. But for us to connect you, of course, we can't connect you directly to the machine. We have to use the blood lines, the ones you saw. For you to understand, this is the one that's coming out and taking in the blood to the patient. It is color coded. You saw the red one, the one I was showing you.
The red and the blue.
The red one sucks blood for the patient, takes it to the machine. At a set rate, you just say maybe the machine will be set at 300 mils per minute. So the blood will be withdrawing, the machine will be withdrawing blood from the patient at 300 mils per minute to the machine through the dialyzer. It's cleaned through osmosis, diffusion, countercurrent and everything. So all the excess products, the toxins and solutes and everything, they will be moving at countercurrent directions. Blood is moving this way, water is moving this way. So like that they understand what I'm saying. When I see countercurrent movement of ingredients from a higher concentration to a point of low concentration, basically it's it. Then after that, the patient finishes, and like I mentioned, you have to do the vital signs after every 1 hour because of course so much happens within 4 hours, and your body is not used to that.
So I don't want this video to be long. There's some questions that you will also double answers. I've given even before I asked how long does one session take you have already told us, and what to expect maybe before and after dialysis, and what is dialysis. You've already answered that one. And in case, let me check if they are recording. Can continue talking as you're telling us the challenges of being a nurse.
Challenges are many. Of course, in every profession, challenges are quite many.
So we are ending up this video.
Challenges are many. We can't say that they are not challenges because at the end of the day, you're dealing with human beings.
Yeah, sure.
I'm a human being, but you find somebody comes expecting you not to be, I don't know how to say it. How much I'm compassionate. There are some things I'm going through as well behind the face of me being a nurse, right? Because at the end of the day, I might have lost a relative. But I have to be there for you. I have to be there to take care of you. So you might come and face me, but at that moment, it's my point of, like I'm low. But you will not understand because I have not told you, I'm not going telling everybody, I lost relatives, I've lost somebody. Or maybe you have even your domestic issues. How much they say don't bring your domestic issues at work. At the end of the day, they are also human beings. Those people work in hospitals, they are also human beings. So what will happen? You get some conflict of interest, or you get, at the end of the day, you didn't you didn't understand each other with your patient. So you find that some people will label you as a bad person, as a bad nurse, but at the end of the day, that's not what you intended. So challenges are there anyway. Dealing with human beings also. Even Moses in the Bible, at some point, he was not able to deal with them.
Yeah.
But we try and we pray. We pray so hard.
So you've been on this field for the last 14 years.
Yeah.
And how have you been able to balance between family and job? Sometimes you tell me like, Eric, I'm in a night shift. How do you balance that?
Because we balance, because the government has put policies in such a way that you cannot work 24/7 unless you want to, of which at some point you will get a burnout. So for example, you will go to work, like today, I came here by 5:30 I was in the unit. By 5:30 I was in the unit. Yes, 5:30 in the morning. The first patient we connected was I think around 5:35 because my colleague had already arrived before me. So by the time I was coming to the unit by 5:30, already somebody else had already come in. So you find that by the time they are arriving, like the patients are arriving, they find you already lined up your machines and everything. Then you just connect them to the machines, taking vitals and everything. So you will work for example, you work from 5:30 up to around 3. You can see like right now it's about 3 and we are free.
Guys, it is 4 p.m. actually.
Yeah. So it's not like we have abandoned a patient. All the patients have gone home. Yeah, and we finish our work. So you see, you have time to go home. If we are not shooting this, we'll be home bonding with my family. So it's easy to balance because you can't work 24/7. Like a dialysis unit does not run 24 hours. You have to give that a reverse osmosis time for the machines to rest. You can't work it like throughout. So we balance. We get time for offs and stuff.
Wow.
You work maybe for 5 days or 4 days, and then you get time for your family. A week has 7 days, and a day has 24 hours. You can be at work 24 hours.
So another question that I would have to ask you, what is that one notion that people have towards nurses?
Hey, that nurses are bad. Oh my goodness. It's not everybody who is a nurse who is bad. Oh my goodness. Everybody says, you nurses have bad hearts. No, it's not everybody. It's not everybody. And then again, your experience may not be my experience. So when I go to a hospital, I might find the best nurse, and then I might find the worst nurse. It depends. Even you go to government facilities that are not hospitals, you'll still find the bad people and you find the best people. But to the public, guys, we have good hearts. Just understand us. Yeah.
Please, for those who are joining in, please, they're wondering who is this talking to? This person dressed like this and this guy dressed like this. Please tell them your name, your profession, and where we are coming live from.
My name's
it is a privilege to be here.
Yeah, for sure. My name is Azipora Bishohi, like I've said severally, but I go by the name ZP the Nurse on YouTube. I do some nice contents in matters nursing, educating nurses, like what I feel is important for you to know who is a nurse out there. I also do matters immigration, like
I was
Kenya.
about to get there.
Yeah, in Kenya.
Please don't mention that question.
Right. So check out on my YouTube channel, ZP the Nurse, and you understand what I'm saying.
So okay, the reason I told you to hold that question is because there was a day I was watching your WhatsApp status, and I saw telling there's an opportunity. Was it in Germany or Australia? So why do you have this notion like a lot of nurses are training here in Kenya, but they don't want to work in Kenya, they want to go outside? Why?
First of all, I would say, like you've asked me what is the notion that people have about nurses. It's the same way I would say biblically, a prophet is never appreciated at home. So nurses are not appreciated here. But if you go outside there, they are appreciated. In Dubai, in Australia, in America, nurses are ballers. They are making money, and at the end of the day, they are motivated. So, there is money outside there. You who is MAWIRA right now, who is a lawyer, if you go to America, you can take this to the mark, you'll end up becoming a nurse. And you're saying here, you don't even know how being in a hospital, So out there, people are being appreciated.
Being a
profession, being a caregiver, the profession is being appreciated in terms of dollars, in terms of professional growth is also very like I would say it's kinda rampant in the other side, because here, like right now, to me, I have a higher diploma in critical care nursing. If I want to do a degree, like that's upgrading, to take about 2 years or 2 years and a half. If I go to America, I can do it within 6 months. And it's the same training, you know? So that's why I'm advising people to move.
Guys, I am going to talk with ZP and see where I become a nurse and then I just move to USA.
But you should have that compassion, like you should be compassionate.
I'll be dealing with people who are hardcore like me.
No. Patients have little hearts.
Guys,
You have to
so
guard
fun,
their
man.
hearts.
Yeah.
You have to guard their hearts.
So as we are wrapping up the video, because this video, we've been shooting the video the whole day.
The whole day I've been working.
The whole day, like, but part of the day we've been working with you.
Yeah.
So I should have some payment at the end of the day also.
For sure. So I told you I'll buy for you lunch.
But anyway, me, I just feel so happy, and the fact that you were able to let me in your area of professional. Do you know this is supposed to be a private part, like where we work, a private space that should be a private space.
Yeah.
But you let me in, and then you were so nice to let me meet the CEO of the hospital, the doctor.
It's only
the
that
manager,
he was a bit busy. He would have talked to us
the
as well.
patient, man, everything that you see on this video, credits to her, because she has been able to make everything possible. The only thing that I had to do was just show up, and I showed up so very late but I left home so early.
Yeah.
When I came, my shoes yesterday got so muddy.
Yeah, you told me.
And then I had to go and.
Sorry for the journey, but we thank God for the journey.
And I've been working so crazy. I mean, like, I'm even feeling like
your eyes tell
because I haven't rested. And there's no resting.
But nothing comes easy.
Nothing comes easy. At the same time, I'm still on my medication though.
Oh, Paul.
You know, I was misdiagnosed when I was up there.
Yeah,
someone gave me, like, I went to a certain hospital. I didn't have enough money to
at
go.
Nyabohanse.
Yeah, I didn't have
Guys, maybe they don't know we met at Nyabohanse.
I didn't have money. I didn't have enough money to go to the best hospital. So where I went, I gave out how I'm feeling.
The history. So they treated you clinically without maybe the lab works or something.
Then they not like it was malaria, but it was typhoid.
But you see in Nyabohanse, it's a malaria zone.
Mine was typhoid.
No, that's what I'm saying. And malaria mimics typhoid.
Yeah.
So if you come to me and you're in a malaria zone, I would definitely think, if I'm treating you clinically, I would definitely think, it's called a differential diagnosis. I would definitely think, because we are in a malaria zone and you're not from this area, you have malaria because of the way you present it. But kumbe, it's not even malaria. You're just having a differential diagnosis.
I had 3 running nights. You know what I mean?
Wow, sorry about
3
that.
running nights, and it was crazy. But
you're feeling better.
I'm feeling better, and I'm still hydrating. Actually, it's only like I haven't. But before I came, I had taken enough water. But I'll take some.
You need to.
Please, anything that you have me with the parting shot?
Parting shot is thank you so much for coming, and I think we should be nice to people.
Yeah.
I think that's being nice to people doesn't pay. Just be nice, spread love. Like the way the other day I was making a video and saying, Marwa has shown to people like he's just beyond. I don't know how to say it. I love the way he takes his thumbnails with his hands open. You know, it means in Africa that's a very, I don't know whether people have never noticed. You know, in Africa when you open your arms wide, it means you're just telling people, yeah, you just come.
Wow.
Yeah. Mawira, you're an African, you're a Kenyan. You're a Mkikuyu like me, you know. Like Okai. You know, even in Bible, Jesus said, he just come. You know, that is his thumbnails are always like, yeah, he's always like this. If you go to that villa, everybody is there.
Yeah.
So that tells you, because you're emulating him, be welcoming to people. Have a good heart. Have a nice heart to people. Do good.
And God will bless you.
And God will bless you.
So please guys, I want to beg you, please. She has been so nice to me, and the whole day. This content is just solely because of her, and it was a random chat, a random thought, but here we are. We have been able to actualize it. She told me, like, the moment that you leave Nyabohanse, let me know, and I was like, okay. Then I came and didn't tell her. Mawira, where are you?
I know.
But now we're here, please. Maybe you can show the people your channel how it looks like. So that maybe please, my moderators, please pin her link. Please go there, subscribe to her YouTube channel. Maybe you can even, maybe if you don't mind giving out your number, maybe someone would love to reach out to you. Maybe they have a patient, because they have some who have made.
Shall we show it or something?
Yeah, show it on the camera.
This is it.
subscribe to that channel, please.
Thank you so much.
Subscribe, comment. You can also give them their number. At least maybe they have someone who is a patient. And,
Yeah.
And this hospital, guys, it has the best. I mean, I have seen.
Have you liked it yourself?
I've liked
You're
it.
yet to meet the CEO. I've seen he's around. I think you should have met him to say a word. I don't know, because in the interest of time, I don't know whether you have some 10 minutes or something. He has been busy the whole day, but I've seen him around. So I don't know whether if you spare a minute, you can talk to him as well. But we are even supposed to be starting some other procedures very soon. And one thing I told you, this place has been dialyzing patients for free.
For 1 year.
Did you know that?
For 1 year. That was the shocking part of it, because
It's a private hospital, but it has been giving, like, you just pop in, if you're a kidney patient, you dialyze for your 4 hours, and staffs are being paid, you're being fed as a patient, and you go home. We would want to know why in the CEO's himself, right?
So, like, guys, do you know how much, like,
a dialysis session, like about 10,000 Kenyan shillings.
That's
how much dollars.
10,
And without the NHIF, you can imagine.
That's about $60.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
One
Actually,
session.
dialysis, and it's twice. You know, you do twice a week, or you even do thrice. The times you do 3 times a week.
It's very
So you can
expensive.
imagine how. I mean, I don't know.
And you're having how many patients
We
you
have
have?
11 beds, and every day we do 11. That is first session, and then maybe 6. Second session we do 6. So roughly 15, 16 per day. But the best thing is those people come on Monday, they'll come back on Thursday. So like today you met the patients who are coming on Tuesday, they'll come back on Friday. So we can say we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because they keep on repeating themselves. You have to do twice a week. But man, that's still a large number, you know?
Yeah, it's a big number.
It's a big number.
And the fact that you are
Yeah,
just
it's
sitting
around.
and God is healing.
Yeah.
Actually, the doctor told there's a family who testimony.
Yeah. People out there are giving testimonies, let me tell you.
Wow. Guys, please, we have a patient. It's not like we're praying for you to have diseases, but in case you know someone, please refer them here to which hospital?
Advanced Care and Renal Center
It's
in
Nairobi.
AEA building, AEA Plaza. It's located at Valley Road.
Yeah. Please, guys, that is from me and my nurse here. Maybe you can
Do you like company like Marvelous?
Welcome.
Yeah.
Let's take the thumbnail actually. Guys, that's another thumbnail as we end the video. Please remember to
Cheers.
subscribe, to comment, share. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel.
Sure.
Show love, support her. Maybe you can give them your number, maybe.
Oh yeah, sure. My number is +254 708 84 44 41.
Repeat, please.
+254 708 84 44 41. That's my number. You can reach me out. I'll be
Guys,
ready to assist.
For business. She's married.
Of course, yes.
She has very many kids.
Not
72
really.
kids.
Oh yeah.
Remove
So
the
thank
7.
you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, MAWIRA.
Alright.
Let me hydrate.
Okay, hydrate as they
As
go.
usual. You know, when you're working in a kidney unit, you have to hydrate as well.
Okay. 9.